There we go. You see we are at 1000 regiments, which allows me to claim the military hegemon. They allied to Spain. Obviously Russia and Hungary are their subjects. And Portugal's defender faith that is gonna protect them. So that's like 650,000 troops we have to fight. Yeah, let's declare the Ottomans and see how much we can take. Hey guys, this is Zlewikk and welcome back to my Three Mountains run. When I started as Ryukyu with the goal of conquering the whole world. You see we are Mughals already and we did stack insane amount of the co-creation cost. In fact, it is 90%. I can take 10% more from the next decree. And today's episode is gonna be another crucial one, because in this episode I'm gonna stack the province wars cost and admin efficiency. We gotta conquer the Balkans. We gotta annex the Knights to get the Malta monument. See, interestingly, we are building this already. What the hell? And I can't speed this up. I mean, it finishes in 1633. I'm gonna survive this. I'll let them build it. And I get another 10% once I get the military hegemon. I'll be building up my force limb buildings today to achieve that. But also, I think I have to increase the amount of the halves that we have in the country to get more of the force limb. Because as you remember, my half state give me 30 autonomy with the half of the government capacity cost. We also have to handle the rest of Bahmanis. And I'm seriously thinking about just truce breaking them, because I have plenty of admin mana to do so, but I also have plenty of admin mana to take the Tech 18 instead, start the colonization, so still think about it. What I also have to do is to get up to 15,000 of cannons on each of my stacks. I also have to fix the rest of the borders in this region. So let me start today with the war from Persia, which is gonna get Gujarat in as well. Tier 7 country form, I think it's unique for us, which is additional gov capacity. As usual, piecing multiple wars at the same time, cutting off Ottomans from Persia, but also clearing borders here as promised. I just have to separate piece one of these guys. So I've got a casual 216 overextension. Just lost the last valid rival, which was the Ottomans. Since I'm hitting points couple mil and I don't have to take it so much ahead of time, let me spend it all, I mean a lot of it, on professionalism, so I can slacken recruitment, which will allow me to start building towards that 1 million of an army. In 1630 I would spawn the global trade if I kept the current setup, so I'll have to give away all these trade centers to subject. So I'll have to conquer this whole region to release Deccan via mission for the admin efficiency. That's why my current capital of trade is here, so I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna spend already some diplo points to move it to a non-trade center around here. And then let me take Tech 18 here for just 600, which allows me to unlock the exploration areas. Yeah, it's time to start exploring. Can get the first few right away. And my first guy will be sent to an island. Wanted to send it here because there's a lot of development, 12. I'm gonna send it just next by. Since I'll need also trains of Madurai owned by myself to get the Deccan mission, I'm gonna already start improving with them and annexing. I'll also use the colonists to start getting CBs by simply bordering nations like what done now. I could claim a hegemon, but not the one that I'm looking for. This one is pretty good because it's new autonomy territories. I would get down to 10% and gov capacity. But I do need the province wars cost. Honestly, I could just move my capital to Ternate. It's 18 developments, much better than this shitty province here. Let's abandon it. I'm talking about it because to move the capital to the new world, I just need to have a capital that is isolated from my rest of the provinces. So simply Ternate will be good enough. And the more development, the better, because it's gonna be lower cost to move that capital. I think I have enough stacks to fight anything. Maybe I'll just build one more stack with cannons. And now I'll start building after just purely infantry to be cheap and just so I'll be getting towards 1 million of the troops. There we go. You see we are at 1000 regiments, which allows me to claim the military hegemon. Just to give an example, Ottoman's province wars cost right now is 848, which means I need 8.5 wars to eat them. Austria is 263, but with this hegemon taken, Austria is at 215, while the Ottomans is at 694. So see, it's not like all 10% is they're gonna be 10% cheaper. The province wars cost decreased from 850 to 690 for the Ottomans. And imagine how much more we can get with the 25% more province Roscoe, because I can get from the assimilation and the Malta monument. War of Austria is not gonna be something easy. See, they allied to Spain, obviously Russia and Hungary are their subjects, and Portugal is the friend of faith that is gonna protect them. So that's like 650,000 troops we have to fight, which is not something really scary. We can handle it. And I will be from the very start sieging down as many forts as possible, obviously having lots of stacks just next by to reinforce. Our right way also goes straight into Russia because they are loyal, so they'll be coming to us. While fighting with Austria, I also clear my borders with Japan. First battle with the troops of Hungary, just having the same tech, so there's no tech advantage here. I also wiped some Russians on my way. Yeah, that is okay. I'm missing 2 provinces to be able to take what I want from Austria, so might really consider dealing with Bahmanis to do Deccan. Well, yeah, of course, they're river flat, and just leaving Japan to survive here in Kyoto. I'll be back to kill you in a few years. I'm actually avoiding battles and I'm very much focused on sieging down provinces, and this is because I would get out of war score for winning battles anyway, because it's inevitable. But getting war score, see, I have already 20 out of 40 I can get, but getting war score from getting the form is much harder. I was also focusing on the allies of Austria just to get war score on Austria itself, but also break their alliances for the next war. And interestingly, Venice, that now that Milan is out, Venice intervened on our side. All this from Austria, it's a tiny bit of AE. We're gonna finish one off in the next war regarding the culture. We see we just ran out of manpowers. That's a good moment to end. Can also clear all my other wars. So we'll be covering a decent amount of overextension at once. Most importantly, how is your monument doing? I hope that it's actually gonna finish in these 10 years, otherwise I'm trolled. We're gonna deal with Bahmanis now. I'll need 2 wars to get the promises needed for Bahmanis before 1630 to release Deccan. That's fine. The plan is to declare one war now and just right after on Gujarat, taking all of this from Bahmanis, which includes all the 4s, maybe except 1. That should allow me to take the mission. More Gav capacity, it's pretty nice. With a lot of ducats. Who got disloyal? Mr. Chagatai. But to release Deccan, as mentioned, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 more provinces. So now first takes 6 months to core these provinces, and then I'm gonna attack Gujarat to get Bahmanis into that war. Oh, they're no longer actually guaranteeing Gujarat. I'll just truce break. Done really quickly. Let me truce break them. Stabbing up 40 and 90 points. This reduced. And next war I can already piece them out. Okay. This done, I can click the decision for that army efficiency. It's gonna give me a bit to see. They of course expanded. 747, right? Promise was cost. This done. Obviously, Big Deccan is getting released. But this is right now 705. So it makes a decent difference. I think it's also moved away my main node back to the capital, which is Beijing. So just send a merchant here. I have a merchant here. Let's send him to Deccan. We'll have to spend some diplomana to get back our main node here. And we need to give Deccan all the trade centers in here. So how about... Oh yeah, this is expected. Oh yeah, Deccan going to Zlewikk is not expected. I don't want to lose 2 merchants. We'll have to fix it in a second. Let me first give him the trade centers. Okay, good. Deccan fixed. Coromandel is unfixable, especially if I give away the trade centers. But I can get Philippines. Yeah, so this way we'll stay on the same amount of the merchants, even though they can get so much. This guy's war score cost is 300. But worry not, I'm just gonna leave him as the last country to eat in this campaign. Definitely not from Deccan this monument, which he plans to have. But that's gonna make them insanely disloyal. I want to leave it for later. And for now, I just need to feed them with a bunch of provinces here. It's just before 1630. And I can move my trade capital back here, because you see they're stealing so much value because it's not our capital. But now just little fix. Yeah, we're back to 190 of value. Now I'm in a weird situation, because on one hand I could declare on the Ottomans, on the other it is really not worth, because I can reduce that war score cost a lot by just waiting for the Malta monument, and that's what I will be doing. Since this is supposed to end in next year, oh yeah, I should have improved relations earlier. I'll quickly improve relations on next one. Yes guys, they built it. It worked, but I don't know why, but I don't see the province anymore, even though it's my subject. But before they start doing something stupid, I'm gonna upgrade that monument myself, okay? Let me handle it, Mr. Nice. You can't improve it anymore. It's mine in a second. And since it's mine in a second, I'm gonna prepare to declare war on the Ottomans. Mainly by taking Tech 19, which I assume they already have. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Ottoman, let's have some fun. I mean, it's actually risky, because if they occupy Malta, it's not gonna get next. Let's wait for them to this finish. I can also create my first colony in the world, hoping that the natives are not gonna steal it. It's just crazy how much time we wasted because of this night bug. But we'll be fine. We will have such a strong and prepared country to do whatever he wants now. Let's see. I'm about to get annexed. So provincial cost of the Ottomans is already up to 769. And the annexation finished. It's down to 500%. And it's gonna be down even much more once we get the culture thingy. But this is definitely helpful. Just look at that. Austria-Hungary is right now of 226, because we've stacked 70% war score cost. Lithuania is at 102. Yeah, let's declare the Ottomans and see how much we can take. I already sieged down most of their major forts. It's kind of funny with zero effort. Let's see how it's gonna look like in the battles. They have plenty of troops that are gathered around here. I think I have insane army quality advantage. I just look 2 more morale, discipline. Also my CAF is pretty strong, although I don't have in that particular struck much CAF, but this stack has a lot of CAF. So these battles are just massacre. At least I can separate peace and ALET in Misir, because I'm gonna take plenty of provinces, including all of Bedouin provinces, because I need to do it for the monument. Wars in general, it's just a year. It's really fast. I don't even have the full hegemon, which means I don't have the full province war score cost yet, but we will be getting there soon. And we'll be also getting into the war of Austria in a second. I know I hit the points cap, but I'm just staying with these points, waiting for the peace out. Oh yeah, of course, now that it's flat, I guess I'm gonna spend my mana on boosting stability instead. Just take a look. I can take all of this for just obviously some diplo points malus from subject of the Ottomans. And then from the Ottomans themselves, you can take another crazy amount of the provinces. Oh yeah, just can't take Masava. So let me quickly take that fort. I will start coring some of these Mamluk provinces. Yeah, we might just need to not take the Horn provinces for now. So how about we do something like this? So the province force cost will drop from 514 down already to 414. Not bad. Next step is to get the right provinces from Austria and start a giga war in Europe. You also might want to dismantle HRE during that war of Austria, but I doubt I'll be able to do much, but yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's 500 overextension that we took. I still have 1000 after coring all, and we're really close to get that Slavik bonus. Truce with Austria is ending this year. Obviously Spain and Austria retook the alliance. At least in that next war, I'm gonna use it to take Alhambra. Now look, yeah, technically I'm dying to rebels, I'm about to be destroyed by them. But as soon as this is finished, you will see that I still have a few. I might have just trolled myself, guys. I mean, it's just rebels on these newly conquered provinces, but what is this? Why am I building card houses there? Yeah, you have like what, 3-4 stacks of rebels. You also slow down the scoring. Okay. Maybe 5 of them in total. But now that they've quartered everything, I still have just few provinces that nearly conquered and have a bit of unrest. There's no absolutely, so I can just increase autonomy there. So you see that I don't have problems with rebels. I can go ahead and declare on Austria. Again, a big war. But this time they're much smaller. Let me piece out Spain first. From them, obviously, you want Alhambra. It's a decent amount of AE. And I've highly developed province here in the New World. How about we make Higui our new future capital? To do this, we could also break some of their alliances with Austria-Hungary, but for sure also Portugal. Well, they'll not accept both, so let's just do Portugal. Now break alliance between Spain and Austria and a peace deal with Austria. You see, I'm also preparing my troops because there's a big possibility of coalition forming against us after the peace deal. So I'll be ready for a giga war in Europe, although I would like to wait with it a little while. Finally, from Austria, I definitely said earlier I want the provinces needed for the culture thingy. And this is just 25% of the war scores. Besides that, we'll take border of Lithuania and Poland, as well as Bohemia. Also border of Venice this way. And I think that might be it. I want to minimize amount of the AE we'll be taking, so the coalition will not form. Or if it forms, it will be easy to handle. Let's do this peace deal then, and make sure to break their alliance with Spain. That's 50% war score, so this is gonna be simply a shorter truce. Send this. Let's take a look. Yeah, that is big, but England and Poland and a bunch of countries here cannot join us. So I think that should be good enough to avoid the coalition. So before we get the bonus for Province war score cost, the Ottoman's war score cost is 294. Oh, I think it actually also already includes, yeah. I think it already includes that 10% from here. Yeah, 284 is minus 80%. And then also 15% of admin efficiency. England, that's 126. France, 165. Spain, 149. Venice, 87% of the war score. Poland, 76. So the coalition is actually forming. That's bad. I wanted to move my capital first, so we have to think about attacking Lithuania first. Could call in Venice as a co-belligerent. That will mean also that France will join it. How about Milan? Okay, let's do Milan as a co-belligerent as well. We have some diplo points to spend in that war. How about French alliances? Yeah, we can also do France as a co-belligerent. So we do Venice, we do Milan, and then we do France as co-belligerents in that war. See, that war is smaller than my first war with Austria or war with the Ottomans. So I'm not afraid at all, and I have enough manpower saved for that giga war. I think we should also attack Bohemia, because they will be joining the coalition, and I can stop them from doing so this way. See, Austria-Hungary will not joining it. And I'll call Lanchet as a co-belligerent in that war. So that's my first giga war in Europe. I want to conquer as many terrains as possible in just this conflict. At least we've hit the max hegemon, which is at max, giving me the siege ability. So now this is on an insane level. The problem is they upgraded the force to level 6, so I don't have the max bonuses on this force anymore, and I will need to upgrade my stacks after that conflict. I'm piecing out Japan. It's gonna hit me the army points cap, but I'm piecing Japan. Not for fall of Kyoto, but for this. Additional 10% more of armies for assimilating the culture. Let's see our army quality. We have insane morale, decent discipline, and obviously the artillery and cav combat ability bonuses. And I'm nicely using here. Oh god, yeah, I see that battle there. Let's see if we can. No, we can't get there on time. Yeah, I have to consolidate my front line much more now. Look how they're overstacking though. Yeah. Yeah, we've lost much more, which is obvious for that overstack and fighting in the mountains. Definitely I can clear borders in India. But my nameplate was really nice before I moved the capital. Oh yeah, these wars are gonna be tough in this. we've got a decent amount of the war score already from the battles. The Lithuanian war is not as easy. And we have to do some smart moves like blocking any potential reinforcements. Oh, yeah, also Mantua. How do I handle this? Like, see, I'm gonna scorch earth in province here because they're going there. And I'm gonna get there on force march as soon as they get the movement locked. This way we're gonna stack much more of the war score costs from winning battles. I'm gonna reduce the amount of the troops that will be able to fight here. Yeah, French army is scary. Let's see how we will do in a full-scale battle in Treviso. Get their 2 stacks to get the full rows handled. It's a -2 battle. What kind of advice I was using? Discipline, yeah, let's leave the discipline guy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna win it easily. Even though they're trying to win it by overstacking. Oh. Why is this stack not able to get back to a province that it came from? That's really bad news for us. This is extremely bad news for us. It came from the goddamn Treviso. Where am I supposed to go? And I just try getting some of this reinforcement stacks. That's like really bad. I think I can win it. Once I get these guys on time, but these guys are gonna take a whole month to get here. Whole month might be enough. Yeah, they're running away. Okay. I'm curious about the losses because they overstacked hard here. So I've lost less than 20k. They've lost 50,000. That's what I love. Look what kind of battles I have to fight here. Being extremely overstacked by underside. I didn't want to go with these guys. Just leave a few thousand. They came in clutch. He had losses. I've lost too many cannons, which means I was late with a lot of reinforcements. But we're slowly getting there. You see on Venice I've got 70 more score. Can I attack Tunis? Yes. So even while doing this Giga War, I have time and resources to handle other nations at the same time. Same as I handled the rest of Bahmanis, I handled Japan, I handled Daviet as well. The coalition is already dissolving. Why am I fighting all of these guys? 380,000 killed here, 200,000 killed here. I reduced army of France to 55,000, but this is not the war where I'm gonna destroy them. It's definitely too early. I can white piece them instead to focus on all the other nations that I'm at war with. I'll pay a lot of diplo points for that peace deal, but it should be fine. I need to piece out 1, 2, 3, 4 nations. I have enough diplomats. Let's do that. We'll start with Tunis, because that's an easy one. Then I will separate piece Venice. But they have medium attitude. Why do they have medium attitude? Let's see how much you can get from Venice. Break your relations for sure with France. I also want all of their main forts. That's a lot of diplo points I'll pay. But I can pay these diplo points. Other 4s that would be worth it. No, that's all of them. And connecting my lands. That's gonna be an easy target in the next war. That's second peace deal. Then I can piece out Lithuania. And while fully next to Lithuania, I can also take everything but 1 province from Milan. And finally, I can piece out Bohemia, which is gonna be yet another full annexation. I can't take anything else because it didn't occupy the rest of the provinces. There we go. That's insane amount of aid that I just took. But right now I have either truce of big countries or I just defeated them. So the countries that could join the coalition are just too small and funny for us to do anything. Can also dev this province twice. Let's do that. Get more money. Yeah, and now I just have, I thought actually it would be less, but I've got 1,000 of extension. I told you, a Giga War. And let me double check my co-creation cost modifier. This at 90%. So that's the cheapest I can get it. Yeah, we spent over 1,000 of admin mana. So know our limits, right? With the current co-creation cost modifiers, we can take probably like 1.2, 1.3 thousand overextension at once. And I'm shocked, but nations are joining the coalition, which means I have to immediately clear on Poland, because it'll take like 20. Maybe that will make the coalition change their mind. It's enemy time to take care of Alhambra. So instead of 165 workstation, we are gonna have 1000. That's a bit of a difference. And on top of province Roscoe cost is down to 288%. About France? France is right now 157. Conquering Persia is yet another mission. Abusat Dream, which is some mill points. That's pretty much it. Poland just ended its war, so I have to attack them. And that's gonna get 3 coalition members into the war. That's a much bigger war because of England and its colonies. Just them have an insane amount of the troops, but it's fine. Should be a pretty easy war for us anyway. But I will finish this off in the next episode, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be the last or second to last. Because it's just finishing off countries. The only big thing I have to be done in between is to move my capital to the new world. And for that I'll need around 1.3 thousand army mana. That's why before I move the capital I want to just stop the people from thinking that they can join the coalition. So I have to win with Spain, France, Poland, etc. At least one more war with all of this in Ottomans. And after that, I don't think there will be any more people thinking about that coalition. So guys, for today, thank you so much for watching. You see, we have all the setup done. We are stacked. 80% province war cost, 90% cooperation cost. And now it's all about conquering land. When we'll finish World Conquest? I don't know. I would love to do it before 1700, but I have doubts it will be achievable. Give me your guesses in the comment section, and obviously subscribe to the channel to get notified about that last or second to last episode. Bye!